of, I don't know, salad word, because probably in my mind it wasn't clear at all, the concept. So I wanted to summarize in a better way and conclude it in order that even you can understand, not only me. So basically, what happened that I went out, like doing a live outside, and I was enjoying so much that I felt very good. Literally, I was feeling in an amazing way. But sorry, if maybe you won't listen in here. They're doing the all the work because there is like a Christmas time, so the shopping parts. By the way, so basically, yesterday I did a live that in Italian only though, that I really enjoyed, like a lot, and I had a huge contrast inside me. I mean, it wasn't a contrast; it was just a positive emotion that I didn't feel for ages now. And well, what happened is that there was something wrong though. Something wrong was basically part of my past, let's say, because what I was saying in yesterday video is that I always used to be such a positive and joyful person, and this is my main characteristic. This is part of the discussion of yesterday when I was talking about work, etc. I wanted to underline like my results, not because I'm good on what I do. Yes, I know that I have good quality, but still is not that one. The main marketing point that I have, no marketing, my strong point in business, marketing, etc., is my joyfulness. And this is what I realized in yesterday live, because basically even my clients in the gym, etc., they look other people that look very professional, very professional. So apparently they prefer other people that look professional, but for some reason they were coming to me. This is the part where basically maybe I could look like arrogant yesterday, because I said that I was full of clients in the other gym, more than the other PTs altogether. And this is what I wanted to make you understand. It's not just to say that I'm better than others. No, absolutely not. The point is that I had something that was basically uplifting me in a certain way. And that one was literally, sorry, I don't know if you can hear with this wind. So there was something that was uplifting me in terms of my competitor, compared to my competitors, basically, and that was the joyfulness. Because when you go to the gym, you want to see people that are joyful, because you go to the gym already stressed from life, and something happens. Like you want to go there yet to improve, but still you don't want to stress out over there. And this was my main characteristic. So I was just a joyful person, and this made me stand out. And in yesterday's live, basically I felt in a similar way. Let me go like in a good way for the window. So yesterday live I was enjoying so much because it was so positive, and that turned me again the extroverted part of myself. Now let's talk about the introvert and extrovert. Basically I used to always be an extroverted person. It means that basically I was recharging my energy with other people, going outside, etc. In fact, I guess that until 30 years old I never been like on my own. This was the problem. But of course, when you go around with many people, you surround yourself by strangers, or not strangers, in general people, because even family members, even friends can be negative if you don't put boundaries. This is the point. And well, at some point I met people that even though I didn't realize, were putting me down a lot. Because there are people that they are clearly against you, and those people you can easily stop them, block them. But there are subtle people that, well, they may be saying something good but underneath there is something negative. And I didn't realize that I was surrounding myself by so many people like this, and well, at some point I collapsed basically because I am a person with my insecurities, etc. And all these things, all this apparent criticism going on basically led me to make myself doubting about myself, like the self-doubts a lot, to the point that I stopped, and after 30 years I became an introverted person. That's crazy, yeah, because I never understood my seasons of life, because I always had like periods where when I was by myself and periods when I was always surrounded by people. In here you will see the beautiful walls from Southampton though. I was always surrounded by people in some periods, and other people I was so on my own. And nowadays I realized that all of that depends, and it was dependent basically from the people who I was surrounding to. So just be careful. Remember to be surrounded by people who uplift you, literally, because it's so important. At least for me. But yeah, of course, this depends a lot from the self-esteem, etc. Now, what happens that yesterday's live, I was actually in yesterday's video that I was sharing like some strange message that I didn't even realize, especially in the English version was awful. In the Italian maybe was understandable. The English version was like just a mess. And I couldn't understand what I said, like my own words. I couldn't understand. But well, yeah. And now I got it, because I went to sleep and I had a couple of dreams, etc. And waking up, I had everything more clear in my mind. So in order to make you better understand, I wanted just to be sure to communicate in a very good way what I wanted to say to the other people, because I realized that going live for me is a big deal, because being introverted for 3 years basically on my own was a defense mechanism in order to avoid criticism and external external things, external energy in a certain way, positive or negative, doesn't matter. But the point is that I wanted to protect myself. Going live, you expose yourself to negativity, because social media are mainly a place of negativity, not positivity. So yeah, this is the point. And well, what I can tell you is that what I wanted to do is just to make clear that I want to be surrounded by people who can uplift each other. This is the community I want to create. And exposing myself was difficult. Yesterday I felt amazingly, because there were people uplifting each other. We were having so much fun in the Italian live. In fact, I'm so sorry that it's so difficult for me to do bilingual. And not only that, the point is that even that the connection wasn't good enough, because I was in here and you saw that collapsed just sharing the two channels. That's the point. And well, the only thing, in order to summarize, is when I was saying try to help me, is not just because I want kind of help, but it's just because I want people in my community, in my channel, that will uplift each other. So this is the point, because yeah, I can share lots of videos, positive things, and help people, and the best way for me to do that is being surrounded by positive people, because everyone has a moment of ups and downs, etc., and that's totally normal. But there are people that are very hurt inside, and the only thing that they do is putting other people down, letting other people down. Well, I'm sorry, but right now I can't handle this, because this is a tricky moment of my life where I'm exposing myself on social media that for me is difficult for the fear of judgment, this and this. Yes, I know it's my responsibility to put boundaries, etc. But the point is that I want to create this kind of community, a positive community with positive business, etc. Because yeah, talking about the work, because this part in the Italian one was much clearer. So why I was talking about work, why there was so much confusion around this? For the simple reason that basically I was working a lot for pleasure. You know the concept of ikigai. So basically, what you do is that you do what you like normally, and if can help others, and well, it can be like even uh, rewarding in terms of money. Well, at that point, this is like your purpose of life. That's why when I was in the other gym, I was enjoying so much to work to the point that I was sleeping like in the gym. It was just for this basically. So it wasn't just to, I don't know, show off or I don't know, being arrogant, etc. It was just to share these things that I was so much enjoying my work, helping people, that I was overcoming my physical limitation, like energy wise. I mean, because the mental energy that I had was amazing, and I felt this way. I feel that I can help so many people, but in order to do that, I need to learn even how to put boundaries with, people who put other people. And if I can overcome this, and if you help me on this side, there is something beautiful like a community for self-development, uplifting, and this kind of stuff. And this is my goal. So I hope now the message is much clearer. It wasn't to show off at all. It was just to say, to share that in order for me to help others, I need to feel good with myself. And yes, I mean, for everyone like this. And just let's try to lift each other, and we will create something beautiful, literally. That's it, guys. Now it's time to go to the gym, doing a workout, and hopefully now it's clearer. So I'll see you later.